Good morning. It's Monday, September 26th, and you're watching WGXA Morning News on ABC 16. I'm Brittany Miller.
One of my favorite Easter treats. You can't eat like too many at a time. Like you eat like two. Oh my God, your face.
I think turning Peeps into art is a much better idea than eating Peeps.
All
They're
right, fine.
not good to me. I like marshmallows, but I don't like Peeps.
Right, they're too sweet. You only can have like one or two. You can't
Yeah,
have multiple.
or just none.
Or just none.
Whatever
That's
works.
And to explain, you copied me because when you read the question, I turned around and I said to you first.
You said it out loud first, but I read the question, so I already knew all the
tell me
answer
what
choices.
your answer was.
Well, maybe you should slow your roll
I
sometimes.
told you first what
slow
my choice
down
was.
here and there.
So I am totally impressed and blown away because I did not know
Y'all,
this
Gary
answer.
is cheating. I'm sorry.
I
I have to
promise.
call a spade a spade. He's cheating.
I promise it was an absolute total guess.
He has a tell. Whenever he
I
says
had the
that means he
slightest-
absolutely, totally looked in the script to see
No, I
what the
promise I
answer
did
was.
not. I have not the slightest idea. It was a total guess
Look at
this
me.
morning.
Look me in my eyes.
Gary is cheating. Okay? I want to make it very clear.
But you know, golden retrievers are such a sweet, loving family dog. So
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
And
you know?
is that what Lassie was?
No, Lassie was a collie.
Oh, just kidding. After a nearly 8-hour-long manhunt in Atlanta, police say the suspected mass shooter is now in custody. Authorities capturing Dion Patterson, who's accused of shooting at 5 women and killing one inside a medical center waiting room. We begin this morning in Pennsylvania as the search for an escaped murderer takes a serious turn. Authorities have confirmed a new sighting of Danilo Cavalcante, the first since the weekend. But they now say he's armed with a rifle. The 2 Democrat Tennessee lawmakers expelled from the state legislature are not giving up, vowing to return to office. Former President Donald Trump arrived in New York City yesterday ahead of his expected arraignment this afternoon. Sources say he's facing more than 24 charges, likely stemming from hush money payments to a porn star during his 2016 presidential campaign. I looked into another organization who's working with the community's youth in hopes of changing the path they're on. But this time, instead of the group receiving funds from Bibb County's multi-million-dollar crime prevention plan, the group was denied a grant. You heard me right. Oh, Gordon's top cop is back on the job this morning. His right-hand man, though, that job is still up in the air. Suicide is now the second leading cause of death in young people. A new study released by Cincinnati Children's Hospital shows there's a way to lower that number. WGXA has been keeping a watchful eye on Macon's convenience stores, the violence happening at and around their properties, and the actions the county takes in response to that violence. Well, this morning in Project Macon, I dug into an East Macon store that's been the scene to a 4th homicide in just a few years. Our morning starts right here at the Capitol, where the next big political story is unfolding. Thousands of auto workers walking out of the factory and onto the picket line, striking after their demands to the big 3 automakers weren't met. This is a live look at some of those workers picketing right now in Missouri outside of a General Motors. A live look at Capitol Hill this morning as the divide deepens on the best path forward to pass a spending bill and keep the government open. With just a little more than a week to go, just about everyone seems to think a shutdown is likely to happen. Now, we are tracking everything. Idalia, the hurricane strengthening overnight into a Category 4 storm. You're taking a live look down in Florida where you can see wind and rain already starting up. Those palm trees moving just a little bit. But what started as a threat of a few storms turned into a full-fledged weather-worn day for the mid-state. Thursday forced families to prepare for the worst, many hunkering down. Well, it's damage assessment time for many across the mid-state. Severe storms rolled through yesterday and they packed a punch. Severe storms ripped across the South and American heartlands, killing at least 5 people Wednesday. That brings 2023's death toll from tornadoes to 68. Well, I know you missed Gary Thigpen over the weekend, so let's go ahead and bring him in. Good morning, Gary. Looks like Gary has a little bit of yellow in his tie. I have on a yellow dress. We are manifesting lots of sunshine today. We got some showers yesterday evening. That was not a good time.
You don't have a green
That
thumb.
is where I have brown thumbs, I think.
Evidently.
That is where plants come to die, is at Brittany's house.
Oh, boy.
Unfortunately for them. I used to volunteer in a haunted house in high school, so I know what's scary and what's not.
Bloody Mary deviled eggs.
Bloody Mary deviled eggs. Now, this
So-
is a family-friendly recipe, so there won't be any of the fun stuff in it.
There's no fun stuff, but the flavors are fun,
That's
so
right.
it'll be okay.
A viewer came up to me and told me that his daughter watches us every morning. And she loves to see the forecast. She loves to see the news. So we want to tell Jemiah, good morning. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great day at school and a great weekend. And for everybody else, we wish you the same. But if you got some more time to stick around, join us for our second half for more news and weather right after the break. Please don't stop the music. I was trying to sound like Rihanna there, but coming up in a moment, we look at the announcement for the performer who is headlining Super Bowl 57. The Super Bowl is jam-packed with plenty of football action, but if you're like me, it's the halftime show that really has you watching, and we now know who the star of the show will be. He says that a bat is a bird. And a bat is not a bird. I said, Gary, a bat's not a bird. He said, you ask people. They'll tell you a bat is a bird. So now I'm asking people, I want everyone at home to tell me and Gary if you think of a bat as a bird.
That's right.
Because I don't.
Go on our Facebook page.
And let us know.
Tell us.
That's just, a bat is not a bird.
What do you think a bat is a bird?
And, and if you do, I think you're a little silly because a bat
Really?
is not. A bat is not a bird. Come
It's
on
a conspiracy against me.
It's not.
Because
I don't make the question.
These people know I'm not a
Oh
major
my gosh, Gary, we
but
have
all
had
these
all
movies.
types of sciencey questions. We've talked about
Let's have some weather
tiger
questions.
sharks and outer space, and you have gotten those right, and I've gotten those wrong. It's given sore loser energy, and
Well,
that's what he likes to call me.
What is it, 2-0 now?
Let's see. You got that one right.